Greetings, I am Pillar Nexus E, Ancient Gladiator. Today with EVE Online, because it's been a little while. Alright, gonna say how bad is the delay today. Alright. Some things just can't be helped. But you know what, it's alright. Alright, so today, let's just go fly around in space and do the usual business. Let's go take on some opportunities. I should probably check my industry too. You know what, let's just go for it. Who's the... Let's see. Yeah, I think I already took care of that one. Who's was the last person I went business class. Station. It's not too far away. Alright. And then open up. Perfect. That's right, I still have these for... Actually, before we go do the mission, let's go ahead and just put them on the market. Or just get rid of them now, because I'm in no big hurry. Or actually, oh, it's another 3 months at this rate. Yeah. Alright. Okay. Accept. Put them on the ship. And get out of here. So, recent stuff, I know they like to refer to Thanksgiving stuff as, Turkey Day, but my mom's a bit of a rebel, so she likes to do other stuff instead. Let me go ahead and minimize the chat. So, what we had yesterday was lasagna. It's funny too. I remember we were like driving around um, some days before Thanksgiving, and just it's like, you know what I'm thinking for Thanksgiving dinner, and I said lasagna. And she laughed because apparently she was also thinking it too. So I'm glad that worked out. Yeah. Not a whole lot else really happened yesterday aside from having to work. Yeah, retail. Sometimes you gotta work on certain holidays, which is why I'm glad the one place I work, at the very least, is closed on Christmas. Just having that guaranteed day off is always appreciated, but there's a few other days it's like we really should be closed. Ooh, hold on. All right, get something to drink. Get my usual choice today. Yeah, I don't know if the heater's audible in the background, but this room does get a bit cold, so I kind of have to.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Alright. Mission complete. Lots of money. Lots of loyalty points. All this stuff. Even more money. And skill points. Alright. Let's go get some skills. The points. Towards small projectile turret. Yeah, there's a very low queue of skills while I'm stuck in alpha mode. But I'm starting to think about as things get just less busy and as I get through more and more of my projects. Oh, hell yes. Um, I'm thinking about coming back to you a little more, with a little more dedication to it. All right. That was that all of the shuttles? Oh, yes. I'm so glad I took up manufacturing madness. All right. But yeah, current projects I'm working on, my game design for basically Uncity. It's gonna, I'm thinking this is gonna be like a multi-part game where the parts beyond the first are like expansion type things. So like part one is the base game. It's the journalist involved in the kind of faction subversion subversion activities. Oh, that's right. I bought a bunch of crap. No, I didn't buy a bunch of crap. I have a bunch of crap that's sitting around somewhere. Volume. Right, right, right. I have shit to go pick up. Bear with me. Anything for sale right now. That's my auxiliary storage center, so I'm not tripping over my own collection. Right. So what I'm gonna do is I think I'll do challenge today last. I think. Alright. Good up. Go here. Go pick up the stuff I left behind. The I bought it last time and then never got around to picking it up. Figured it'd give me something to do when I come back to the game, so there is. Oh yeah, I should probably stop by the
Detecting.
research my research center. Alright. Alright. Yeah, let's go there and let's take care of that. pick it up, drop it off safely at home. Yeah, last things I need to do for the current game I'm working on are the location names, because apparently I'm struggling to figure out location names. And I was brainstorming it on my phone, and I never got around to writing them down from the phone to the cards, which I need to do. And then I just need to print out the rules. I have them written down for now. I'm going to do like a test run of the game by myself to see if there are any rules I want to keep in mind. Make a little bit more sensible. Is YouTube like really laggy today or what?
Docking permission requested.
Yeah. That's even with a low latency. If that's a normal, it's just gonna be the latest. Oh crap. Oh well. But yeah, location names, print out the rules, and then start testing it with actual human beings.
Docking request accepted.
And then other things I gotta do, finish the shorts. I released the Wormspan short yesterday. Thanks to everyone for checking that out so far. I've got the Space Sailor short done. It just needs to be uploaded. Okay. When's the next time I'm going to make mobile lead? I'll just continue cutting down the time. I'm still stuck in alpha. Okay. Oh yeah. So I did a smart thing of switching over to uh, my one clone that doesn't have all the freaking implants in it. But at the same time, I want to get at least one mining augmentation. Just so this one can actually do the mining a little bit better. So that's why I probably want to spend some more time off stream doing some more agent missions. But I need to catch up on my other projects too. Like I said, um, Smash Short is out. Space Dealer Short is done. I kind of screwed up on which color I moved for the scoring point thing and the points track, but it's showing what's happening in general, so that's something. I think if enough people give me shit for it, I'll probably change it. I'll just have to set the game and do it over. And remaining shorts for Spirium, Maple War, Star Realms, the Star Trek version, and both Doom board games. And then I still need to cover Battletech Alpha Strike and the character creation concept that I have in mind. Go through all those processes. I don't know how interesting that'll be, but it's something. Oh, the automata for terraforming Mars. That's part of the Watch Me Play It Solo series. For that, I have the expansion for Euphoria to play that solo. Wormspan has its own built-in solo mode. And then there's the showdowns for Star Realms, Unmatched, and the Duke.
Warp drive active.
And then there's live streams of the usual. Even Minecraft ha, have proven enjoyable enough for me to do as consistent live streams, so I'll be sticking with those. But I need to test something after this is over regarding um, Lords of Magic because I can't really do window capture with it. I'm gonna do display capture.
Warp drive active.
I'm gonna set up something on my desktop. I think like an open paint window that's like, hey, this is your reminder that you're doing display capture. Remember to shut it off, to shut off the capture before closing the game. Just,
Docking request
just in case.
accepted.
It's not like my desktop is anything too revealing. My my desktop wallpaper, if you're curious, if you've played Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth 1, it's blonde on the floor reading your books. Just because seeing people read is fun. It just makes me happy to see that. Big, heavy shite. Alright. Alright. Pick up that crap. Yeah, I have Rebirth 2 on the computer now. I haven't started it. I tried starting it on my old computer, and yeah, it barely
Warp
could
drive
run.
active.
It was just so choppy. I just like, okay, I'm gonna wait till I have a new computer to enjoy the rest of this series.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Making sure I actually docked instead of just approached. I feel dumb about that sometimes. Yeah, later this evening, I'm going to be going to the game store for the Friday Battletech. And hopefully do the scenario as the player side instead of the non-player side. You know, the Venture is faster, but I will come back with the Venture. All right. Let's take this home. I'll go to I'll go there with this faster ship because those are all small things. All right. Yeah, I still need when I'm through all the main game shorts, I want to get to the BattleTech shorts for each of the lances. I still want to do more costume shorts because I have them in a container that is like I'm gonna get back to this as soon as I'm able, and I have not. I have not been able because I have been sidetracked. I come home from work and I'm all tired and crap, and it's like, okay, I'll do what I need to do another day, maybe tomorrow. And then tomorrow becomes today, and it's like, no, I'll do it tomorrow. Yeah, there's always there's always something that I want to do. I just need to
Warp drive
get my
active.
focus and energy together and just take care of it. Is the internet really messed up today or what? I don't know if it's my OBS or the internet or just having connection issues pop up. Yeah, lots of stuff coming for the channel, so stay tuned for that.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, I'm just happy I made progress on this game idea that I feel motivated enough to want to do more stuff with the game ideas I still have. So even though they've been featured on my channel, so someone could trace that back to me. But I was trying to keep mostly quiet about this one. But I still can bring those out.
Warp drive active.
Yep, gonna keep working on this. I have so many games to get back to though. It's on my between Steam and GOG. There's also some games I haven't
Docking
really messed
permission
with in a while.
requested. Docking request accepted.
I'm gonna have to set up the external DVD CD drive for the computer, but I've still got Civilization 3, Age of Empires 3, Diablo 2. As long as those can run on this computer, I'm totally up for using them for more content. Alright. I will get to processing that crap later. Alright. Heck. What the heck? I just find it kind of amusing, but also kind of admirable that there are some people that just don't want to swear. It's like, you know what? More power to you. I kind of almost wish I hadn't ended up as the swear word machine that I've been. At Fandom insurance. Because what's a little bit of money just to be on the safe side? You know? Alright. I mean, it makes sense for this game.
Warp drive active.
What else is going on? It's just the year's kind of flown by, and I'm looking back wondering where did all the time go? And I'm noticing not as much time has gone to VTubers much anymore. I mean, I try to catch certain VODs and the occasional stream, but I just really fell off, the watching. I'm not too thrilled with
Warp drive
the
active.
way there's just a lot of drama going on as well, especially on the fan side. It's like really can't. Um, do do fans really need to be at each other's throats like this? It's kind of embarrassing, you know. Especially in recent times with people leaving, and,
Active.
you know, major agencies. It's like want to be supportive of their new indie path or not, fine. But making a big deal out of it is like, really, people. uh, Entertainment is such a big business, big path,
Warp drive active.
and people take it so seriously. I mean, it's okay to have standards and opinions and preferences, but some people just go a little too far, you know. Is it really the end of the world if you can't play whatever game or watch whatever content or
Permission
whatever?
requested.
Is it really the end of
Docking
that
request
world? The
accepted.
end of your world to not be able to see that anymore? Uh, just want more people to chill about stuff, really. Actually, now that I think about it, 50 versus more than 50. Never mind. All right. I would do a remote sell, but that's an entirely different market. All right. Let's take it home. Get in the probe. Go pick up the last few things. Go get that award. Go,
Warp drive active.
yeah. Take the probe. Do some scanning along the way to pick up as I go pick up that stuff. Get the last bit of opportunities for the day. So what else do I have to talk about in the meantime? Well, this, if I want to be thankful about it, since this is the
Drive
time to be
active.
thankful. One, I'm thankful to my mom for always being an understanding person, supportive. But she never lets me get off easy on anything that I screw up on. So I'm glad she's firm on that. And I do my best to support her with buying stuff or contributing financially when I can. I'm actually in a good position to start paying rent
Warp drive
like I used
active.
to. For a while, it's like inconsistent work hours and my bills to my bank and the phone place. It's hard to have any leftover money, but now I'm in a good spot. I can take care of my bills and help out financially on a more consistent basis. That's the closest thing I could do was like go to where I work and use my discount to buy toilet paper and other house supplies. I also buy a lot of my own food instead of
Warp drive active.
have it being part of the house cabinet for food. Although my mom does like to cook for all of us, so I get that benefit at least. Also appreciate she's been understanding about my
Docking permission
cross-dressing
requested.
and all that
Docking request
for
accepted.
Halloween and privacy in my bedroom. But yes, as much as I like to do that, it's something I do after my responsibilities are taken care of and not just an excuse to escape reality. Let's go and process all this crap. Let's see here. Let's say if anything drops it down percentage-wise. So we're getting quite a bit of pyrite, maximum, and isogen, and megasite. Alright, new process. Alright, now for the manufacturing side of things. Deliver. Let me go sell that. I just need to manufacture one thing. Have a ton of isogen. Quite a bit of titanium. I was actually sure. Requires more of just about everything. Thrasher. LR. I managed to get them both to the same efficiencies. So it's just going to come down to which ship is currently in demand. I can only make one. What's something I can make more than one? Just short on the titanium. Venture. Everybody loves the venture. They are always in demand, right? Show me the market. Yeah. Shut that down. One, two, four. All right. 4 adventures coming up. I can probably go manage this later. Get them on the market. All right. Speaking of which, let's get that shield extender out there. I really want to backtrack today. Set destination. Somehow we're going to switch into the probe. Go down here. Go down there. Hells. Holy crap. Does price really need to be that high? I'm going to take it with me and I'll just set a price for it and hope for the best. I'll do some scans along the way. Yeah, as I said before, thankful for my mom, but I'm also thankful for the place where I work. Even even when I have my disagreements with coworkers about things politically, I just keep my mouth shut. But I'm glad they're pretty reliable people
Drive active.
for actually getting the job done. And I'm also thankful for the tabletop game community because it's just nice to have people to play games with. There's there's one over there. Okay. Launch it. So, yonder. Okay. Let's check it out. It's just interesting to see how many different kinds of tabletop games there are and what people are interested in terms of themes, mechanics, overall implementation. Hmm. Like some people prefer trading card games or just one specific card game. Others are more minis game oriented. Really, whatever you like for tabletop games is cool. Yeah. I'm always about wanting to explore all these different ideas and implementations. There you go. I just like to have an understanding of how games tend to go in general. Down. Yeah. For example, one of the things I'm always curious about is how a game makes use of dice, if it makes use of dice. Alright. Let's see what kind of trouble I get into over here. Let's keep that ready just in case. Alright. No? Alright. Let's go check it out. I did not put better engines on an afterburner this one. So, enjoy the slow boat moment. You'll find some more fun stuff to sell at the big market. It's also cool to see people actually bring in their own game designs and test them out. Different people have different reactions to the way the game they're testing out happens to go. And having all those different reactions instead of just a unified group of yes men is is for the better. Basic relic analyzer. Uh, keep an eye open in case there's any trouble. Alright. This way. Nope. No way. There we go. Nothing. All that, nothing. Alright. So unlock this one. Yeah, like the recent game we got to test out was a character combat game. Very DBZ-esque. And it's alright. I like having an actual rulebook to flip through just to see how it's all come together. And when there's no rulebook for the players, I have to constantly ask the person with the game, what is, what is this? What is that? Then I'm kind of left wondering how much has been caught in terms of rules issues. And just our luck. There we go. Always have that. Repair. Just be repair. Yeah, that went pretty smoothly. Smash trigger units. They sell pretty well. Everyone needs those for their whatever rigs they're creating. Get over there. No trouble, thankfully. Yeah, I look at a lot of my own game ideas, and most of them are like conquest, resources, technology, consequence of the Warcraft board game being one of my early experiences and leaving that kind of impact on me. Oh, thank goodness. Let's play it. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, get that. It's not that it matters anymore. There we go. Oh wait, no, that's not the system core. Crap. Does matter. There we go. Alright. Nothing. All this trouble for 4 smash trigger units. Way to go, Relic Site. Way to go. Alright. Back to my usual parking spot, and we'll finish up the scans and continue the trip. That one is where, right there. Center that. Launch probes. Somewhere. One of the things I end up getting kind of hooked up on, or hung up on in my game ideas is a need for all the possibilities. So if I've got like A, B, C, D, E, and F as things, I want to make sure I have a card with A, B, C, another one with A, B, D, another with A, B, E, and so on and so forth. Granted, it only makes like 4, 10, 6, 3, 20 cards that way. I mean, that's not too bad. What I wish I could figure out is the way Terraforming Mars has all these unique cards without needing to worry about asymmetry or anything else. You know, different tags, different everything. It's 2 down. Step is the thing over there. So, sure, let's start at the smaller range. See what happens. Yeah, balance the game elements. Just such a tricky balancing act. Yeah. I think if I just actually just test my games out more, maybe I could solve a lot of these issues. Alright. So I'd have more people to work with.
Warp drive active.
There's a reason why I stick to tabletop games, though. I've tried my hand at computer programming when I was at university, and I just like I understand logic and program design, like the basics of do this, wait for this input, depending on how it is, do this, if then else. But I was trying to, I was in the Java class for university. I could not wrap my head around objects. It just hurt my head trying to figure it out. I don't know if it's something wrong with my head or what, but that's when I realized, okay, digital game design may not be the thing for me, but maybe physical game design just might be. When I'd be waiting for class outside, I'd, I'd spend time on this idea that I called Hazard. You're this agent fighting these mutated overlord types, and they represent these different factions. And as you defeated them, you'd gain capabilities along their lines. I ended up not taking that path with the idea. Instead, made my little war game that exists now. That one's been through a lot of approaches. But the approaches are broken down between approach 1 and approach 2. Approach 1 gave everyone their own little unique stats for their faction and what type of unit they were. Approach to took a little bit more of a generic approach while still providing the faction-specific technologies. Um, and also streamlined combat to be a lot better, I think. There's a question in game design. What makes for a good combat system?
Warp
Are
drive
dice
active.
involved? Are cards involved? Is line of sight a thing? Which version of the line of sight system are you using? Because I've seen it done a lot of different ways. In a way, I like the. That was the thing I was going to bring up with the Doom 2016 board game, or at least talking about it during the Doom 2004 board game, was the 2016 board game has a line of sight system that I like overall. No belt on 3, 3. Customs office.
Warp drive active.
As long as you can trace from one corner to at least one corner of your opponent, you can see them. If you can see all the corners, then they don't get cover. Very straightforward system. That also provides the tactics of having covers all. Oh yeah, that was the other thing I was going to compliment with the 2016 is the just general terrain set and variations. Much as I'm glad for the 2004 board game of it, it's really kind of plain in terms of presentation. A lot of just heavy metal floor. That's it. Yeah, I can have blocking terrain and other fun stuff. Need to readjust that. It's always interesting how just game getting done differently over two different instances provides so much to compare. Trying to think how long have they been trying to do video games on the tabletop? I remember finding a Cubert board game in a thrift store where I used to live. It's missing a lot of critical stuff though. But it's just an interesting thing to see. Yeah, it's really come a long way. And some games go a little too far. It's like all these expansions with all these miniatures and all these cards you're gonna have to sleeve, and it's gonna be stupidly expensive. Looking at you, Dark Souls and Horizon Zero Dawn. Yeah. Then again, some games benefit from a much needed
Warp
expansion.
drive active.
It really should have been there from the start. Like, ooh, YouTube. Yeah, like the Doom board game. Really needed to have that deathmatch from the start, or at all, for the recent one.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
I went looking for the Doom board game expansion. Uh, over $200 on eBay. It's ridiculous. I'm not a fan of what I like to call collectorism, where people just find it necessary to buy things for the sake of having them to sell later. It's one thing to have a business of buying things from a wholesaler and then selling it as your small business thing. This is people buying on the consumer end and selling back at a high price, waiting for it to go scarce. Like, really, uh, seems to be the worst of the video game consoles, which is why I don't really care much for that anymore. Okay. Inner manual reload. There we go. How do they determine these prices? Honestly, deep discount. Let's see if it actually sells though. Item. The margin's close enough. It's sold immediately. It's fine. All right. And sell that. Rich. And then we go pick up the last few things. Oop, wrong window. And sell those too. Yeah, I guess Molten Heath is a little hit and miss.
Warp drive active.
Gonna say no blinky target things coming from them this time. All right. But just finding the way hostilities can work in this game. One day someone will be a wanted criminal for blowing up someone else's pod in low sec. And then I'll see it months later and it's like, yeah, just mind their own business. They're not labeled.
Active.
They're not flashing red over the sidebar this time, this month. Yeah, going back to older games that are like out of print now and all that. One of the things that sucks is when DICE used silk, silk screening for their pips. It's like, what do we do when they're wear off? Do we remember what they were? And for the old Doom board game, they have a file on the product document archive on Fantasy Flight with the dice templates that you can attach to a sticker, print onto a sticker sheet, and attach them to your own set of dice. I'm so glad I still have all these recessed face cubes. I've bought 25 on two separate occasions,
Warp drive active.
and they've proven useful for my game design stuff, but also for what I'm going to do later is print out the Doom board game stick dice template and cut out the faces for the dice and apply them to this set of dice. And probably end up using that instead of the silk screened dice. Try to keep them around longer.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, I'll probably be for the best. I'll probably go print out the fact as well. That one's got the errata for a dud. It's got the rules change for the invader to just draw two cards, period, regardless of players.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Which makes sense for a one-player game or one Marine player game. There's a lot of stuff that's tend to be a bit better balanced out there. Clicking on the wrong thing for the sets. Alright. Designation. Shunko. Adjacent. Mr. Heck. Stations. Boundless creation. Set destination. Let's roll. Alright. Yeah, it's trying to keep older board games playable. That's what I want to try to do.
Warp drive.
At least for the games that I've got. That's why I sleep everything. Try to keep games in an environment where I can protect them. See, preserving video games is a little bit tougher though, having to need hardware and everything else.
Warp drive active.
There's all the talk of emulation and all that stuff. It's like, I have to wonder, like, do we need to keep games playable for the sake of being playable, or is it for the research, or what is it? You know, there's a lot of games that the physical versions have become so stupidly expensive. It's like, well, why? It's a digital thing. Why is it not? Why can't it just be remade? What does it take? To like completely redo the engine?
Active.
Was it hinging on the way the console's system architecture worked? No. It's a big technical mess that I really don't have enough info on. So I'm just curious to see how things will go, though. I remember, like, out of curiosity, checking out a older computer game called Obliterator,
Active.
and I had to play it with DOSBox because that was the only option I had. But I couldn't do anything that required multiple keys at a time for some reason. And so it made the game a lot tougher. I think using the mouse was also an option, but I couldn't figure out how to get the mouse working on it. So there's a point where I actually had to tank like 4 damage in order to get through it. It's like crap. 2 to 4, I think.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, it's interesting to explore older games and what they try to do and what they actually successfully do, and having that understanding of what games are capable of or not
Docking permission
to
requested.
build an understanding towards making your own game.
Docking request
Or
accepted.
making games for people who might have a harder time understanding stuff. It's interesting information to have, and being able to have that information is valuable. You know. All right. Right, I need these for the mobile depots. Was I don't need really that many though. Shit. Smart fab guidance I took. Okay. Details. I still have these for sale. Alright. Cancel order. Tag it. Market details. Sell them. far cheaper. 775. Okay. Gonna say I didn't have anything left for sale either. I think these ones I'll sell immediately. Just out of the money. Those I can probably sell immediately too. Not a big hurry. Or actually kind of a hurry. If it's not a big hurry, I'd actually put them on for 3 months. How many more mobile depots do I really want to make? I don't know. And if I buy the materials, show mobile depot, smart fab, market details. It's 3 to 1, but every 4 I make takes 1 less. So 33. That's 33. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going out to the low sec place for them. Screw that. Okay. Back to the mobile depot blueprints. Guidance systems. Market details. Again, same formula. 33. Okay. Station. Okay. And then back arrow on this one takes me back to the depot and high-tech transmitters. 234, 1234. All of them. At what cost? Holy crap. See, this is why I'm thinking about going back to Omega and just. If I'm going to get back into Omega, I'm going to come up with a plan to actually make an efficient planetary industrial system. But then if I ever get into a financial bind, it's going to be hard coming back to. Uh, I just. It's fine. All right. So the thing to keep in mind is with all this, I can make 12 mobile depots. Where's it? Because of the blueprint that I've got. Market details. Not the blueprint, the depot. There we go. They're currently selling for about 2 mil times 12 is 24 minus the usual tax is well, just under 1.2. So 20, say about 23, 22 to 23 mil. And I spent so far 6, 7.5. So there's still profit to be made from it at this point. But once I run out of the nuclear reactors, then I'm gonna run into some trouble. Yeah, everything's on the ship. Nothing's been left behind. It is time to go home. I never stop being amazed by just how extensive the market shit for this game is. It's just incredible.
Drive active.
Just having the moments of people actually buy this. But then you look and see what's actually good for it, and then it makes sense. It's that kind of feeling in real life too. Especially with like the quote unquote antiques, as I like to call them. A lot of old American memorabilia type stuff that shows up in these special stores that are downtown. The signs advertising cigarettes and everything else from way back when. Old dolls and plushies and dresses and suits and dishware and everything else. And vinyl records. And old books and everything else. It is kind of impressive just to see it. Just to see the history in the form of a quote unquote antique store. I guess it's antique in that sense of this the things that used to be commonplace and popular and mattered to somebody.
Docking request accepted.
I'll probably be building up the collection of this stuff so that when this becomes ready, I'll be able to make a ton of them. Yeah, I don't want to blow through all the money that I currently have all at once. Glass slipper. I need this for later. I think this is going to be post-stream stuff that I end up doing is mining. Unless people want to watch me mine for like 20 minutes. What else do I have to talk about, though? Brute force something out of me. Say, just talk about this thing, just because. Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about actually talking to people, like what it takes. Like, there's got to be a purpose to just talking in general, right? And it's just small talk about whatever. The cliche thing is the weather, but it is effectively winter, so wanting to deal with the cold through whatever I've got is gonna make a difference. Like, I've got three different throw blankets for my bed. I've got this little heater for my bedroom. Uh, I have to worry if it's ever gonna fall apart one day.
Warp drive
I go to
activated.
plug it in, and sometimes it doesn't want to light up. It's like if I move the cord a certain way, it will light up and it'll start, and I can make it work. Uh, yeah, we got snow last week, and thankfully it's mostly melting away, but it's still cold outside. There's no forecast for precipitation coming up, thankfully. Oh yeah, approaching it would help. Yeah, eventually the center of the season will hit, and things will start warming up again. I should be going for walks anyway, but when it gets back to spring, I really need to just get outside more. Okay. I know I had that one video of kicking around a soccer ball, and I seriously think about just making it a weekly basis to take it down to the local park and just do that as just kind of a weekly exercise kind of thing. That's what I got to pick up from work. If I remember correctly, they've got these soccer cones, little low to the ground ones instead of the road cones that are like straight up. And about getting a set of that and maybe just trying to practice aiming, like specific directions. Just make a game out of that. Maybe a way to kind of stay active and have fun. Yeah, I didn't know whether to say soccer ball or football when I was kicking that thing around with the for the short because I didn't want to frustrate either audience. I know I've got a good amount of people in the U.S., but there are people outside as well. And it's like, what terms do I use? Association, football, ball, soccer ball. I mean, in theory, you could kick any ball around. Yeah, have fun. Have fun kicking around a basketball. It's just going outside and having fun that way. I think that would be a positive that I should probably seriously get into again. I spend so much time because I get home from work and I'm tired and I just end up sitting in front of the computer, not doing much. I just need to find my second wind of okay, I'm home, I'm exhausted, let's get my energy back up and let's go do something, you know? I think it'd be more fun. I think it'd be better for me to just take that approach. And I look at my mom get home from work and she just sits in front of the TV, but also reads a book too. It's like, I get it, I understand, but I want to step things up. And if going outside is not an option, then getting back to my inside projects. Again, my tabletop games that I'm working on, or my stitching. I haven't touched my stitching stuff in over a month. I want to get back to that too. It's just I just have to get through all the projects I still have uh, channel wise. And the whole point of doing all these videos in advance is precisely to buy me the time that I need to do exactly the stuff I'm talking about with my game design. But I also have my stitching too. But one of the things that'll help with the stitching is if I actually go out and be active, I can lose some weight, and that will mean less of a waste that I need for the costume designs. There's a lot to balance. People talk about work-life balance, and then I have the multiple hobby balance on top of that. So as December is around the corner, what am I going to do next year? Need to be looking that far ahead. Yeah. This channel will always be up unless something happens with the platform. Live streaming will always be an option for content. There are very few tabletop games I'm looking to get to cover, but also in general. Yeah, there may just be an overall drop in the content for pillarless tabletop games and the game shorts for next year. Because what all do I still want? There's not a whole lot of expansions I'm looking for. That's the reason why I dropped Steam and Power Grid. I guess there's stuff for Concordia. There's the other map for Terraforming Mars. One of the two new maps that I don't have. I'm debating if the six-player expansion for Francis Drake is one I want to actually pick up or not. Because apparently someone was saying, yeah, six players is kind of rough. What else? And again, it would be nice to get the expansion for the old Doom game, for not a stupidly high price. I know there's also the historical events for hegemony. Yeah, aside from expansions, I don't know what I want, like just base game wise. I think I have on my radar like three or four games that if they come up or when they come up, I'm getting them. Period. Risk Godstorm because I feel like it's a game that appeals to a wider audience of potential gamers. I think, but it's also just cool as hell. Coliseum, if they ever reprint that, because that game is just fun. I love the concept. It's a great time. Lords of Vegas is supposed to be getting a reprint for sure. That's also a fun one, but it involves quite a bit of dice rolling and some card drawing. So hope hoping for the best on luck on that one. Yeah, Risk, Coliseum, Lords of Vegas. What was the fourth one I had in mind? Tigris and Euphrates. That one should be coming back around. I hope. I have the Fake It Until They Remake It series, and that's the one likely one that's gonna come back around for sure. Hopefully not at a stupid price like the freaking Fantasy Flight Games one was. And then there's the Eve board game that they came up with recently. If that gets to retailers, I'll probably look into that one. I don't know. I guess some people are liking it. Some people are not too impressed with it. I don't know what's going on with that, but I want to see for myself. So I'll definitely keep an eye out for those 5 games. As far as, new stuff comes out. Used games, on the other hand, it's gonna be a hard amount of hoping for a used copy of Gears of War or Chaos in the Old World or Tales of the Arabian Nights to just show up at the game store somehow. Because those were some interesting games that I had very briefly that I thought were interesting ideas, but they're not in print anymore, so it kind of sucks. It's always the risk with these licensed games for like 2 of those is eventually the license runs out and it's out of print and going for stupid prices on eBay. It's just a curious thing, really. There's just so many games out there. Games I've at least played or I've used to own or currently have that in theory, if I wanted to keep the Pillarless Tabletop Game series going, that I've got I've got a ton of options. But at some point I'm just gonna hit the wall of games I really don't want to bother with. Too expensive, too complex, and I just might hit that point of I'm done. I'm done talking about tabletop games. But until that point, let's keep going. Let's keep mining those asteroids for all the minerals I can get out of them to make the content. just keep on having fun with doing this stuff, because honestly, I do have fun. It's a good time. Trying my best, figuring things out, seeing how other people react. Yeah. Yeah, as soon as this is done, though, I'm gonna have to call it, because I'm seeing my connection's been kind of all over the place today. What's going on? OBS is all, seems to drop from 4 to 3 bars of the connection every so often. Right. This is 148. Half of that is 74. 188. So not quite a third. Not quite a third. Almost. If that lasts a little bit. Okay. And we're full. Let's go. Let's go home. Let's process this crap.
Active.
Probably make some more shuttles. Yeah, after this, I gotta. Well, I've got this hooked up to my TV. My second monitor. So that's the only way I can seem to operate with major stuff like this. Well, that's still in effect. I need to see if I can do the display capture test with Lords of Magic. Hey, why am I going back? Hmm.
Warp drive active.
See if I make that work. Because if that works, next stream will be Lords of Magic, Legends of Iraq, King Arthur quest. Yeah, all the Legends of Iraq stuff. There's the Fire quest, the Earth quest,
Docking permission
the
requested.
Death quest, the King Arthur quest, and there's a secret one.
Docking request accepted.
All varying various degrees of pain in the ass. But it's an interest. I thought it was an interesting way to utilize the Words of Magic system to add some more interesting ways to play the game. I'm sure. I know there's a patch out there to make Words of Magic like window capture, but every time I try to go to a site that features it, I get this warning of not secure, and I'm just kind of paranoid about bad shit infecting this computer because I don't want to lose it. I've had this laptop for almost 1 year, and in that process, I've managed to do more for the channel than I ever thought would be possible. So I'm glad I have it. Inventory shuttle maneuvers. I am a little bit short. So I'm going to drop the job run down 16. It's fine. Actually, what else can I make? Probe. You know, it doesn't hurt to have an extra one lying around. Or I could probably sell this one. You know what? What the hell? Make it. Okay, so what else do I have? Need to buy more morphite. Make a whole backup probe array. What I want to do with it. Core stabilizers. Let's make some more shuttles. At the very least. I don't want to use all of it. Well, already not using all of it. 5 shuttles. Or let's not flood the market too deep. Alright. One more manufacturing job. What do I want to make? Drifter. Okay. So what I'm gonna do after I've ended the stream is go do some scordite mining. Which had more yeah, I wish I had more to talk about, but there's only so far I can stretch the topics that I already know all too well. So this is where I leave you. Alright. Thanks very much for watching. Thanks for people stopping by and checking the stream out. And I hope you have a great day or night, wherever you are, whatever time it is. I hope it's good. All right. It's been Pillar Nexus, and I will see you next time.